Hi, I'm Lionel Fray. So you want to start a new business, capitalize on an idea you have, make a positive difference, realize a dream, make some money, maybe a lot of money? Well, that's just great. My hat is off to you. As Henry J. Kaiser, the American industrialist, once said, what you need to do is simple. Just find a need and fill it. Have you found a need? Can you think of a way to fill it? Great. But I'd like you to pause for a moment to give some additional thought to this idea because, as you may know, the odds of succeeding are against you. Somewhere around 90% of startups fail. And of the 10% that avoid failure, only a small portion succeed, and a very small portion of those really succeed. So let me suggest you do something that will improve your chances. Create a value map that will serve as a lens for you and your partners to look at your venture from a different perspective. In doing this, you are likely to see some things that you might otherwise not have thought of. You might even get an aha that could make all the difference between success and failure. And later, you could use that same lens, which will describe your business model, to show stakeholders like prospective founders and strategic partners what you are trying to do and why they should get on board. Now, to give you a feel for this, I'm going to show you a value map lens for a particular startup. Back in 2011, Mike Dubin met with Mark Levine at a party where they started talking about the high cost of razor blades. And they also shared some of the frustrations they felt some mornings when they ran out of blades and had to run out to get some more. And then in their conversation, they got an idea, a possible way to eliminate some of those frustrations by making use of new technologies and using a different distribution channel. So here's a value map diagram of the razor blade industry at the time. Razor blade producers made blades, sent them to distributors who passed them on to retailers, mostly drugstores, where the customers came and bought them. So you can see how values flowed in several steps to reach the men who shave and ultimately delivered what was of value to the men: razors, blades with some features that produced a comfortable shave. Now, of course, the men paid for them, and the value flows consisting of monies went back upstream to the originators of the razor blades. Now, at the time, Gillette was the dominant player in the market with an 80% market share. Over the years, they had gradually added multiple blades to their razors, more and more of them in cartridges, along with special coatings that they claimed improved shaving. And they had also increased their prices, which by then had reached $3 to $4 for a single 6-bladed razor head like this. So in value map terms, what Mike and Mark were talking about was a negative value flow, a flow that detracts from the value being delivered to the men who shave. And it included what happens when they run out of blades. You got to drive to the drugstore, get somebody to unlock that damn cabinet that's kept locked, wait in line to pay, and drive home. Takes a lot of time. And all this at a perceived high cost. And the aha that they got was seeing that that negative value itself was a need that they could fill with a different, innovative way to get blades to customers. How? Well, first of all, getting the blades from a different source, in this case, the post office, but essentially delivering the same value. But the value had some different characteristics. It, first of all, consisted of monthly deliveries so that they never run out of blades. and that doesn't require any time spent shopping. This is the product that they were able to provide. Now, to get the blades to the post office, of course, you had to organize a promoter packaging warehouse arrangement that would deliver the packages to the post office when needed. The blades themselves could be sourced from a different source, in this case, from China or from Korea. Manufacturers there produced a very good blade. But doing it this way created another dimension for the value map, a different kind of value, the value of communications. They were able to communicate directly to the men who shaved and get communications back. And all of this was feasible for doing it for less than $8 a month. So they started their new venture, their startup venture, Dollar Shave Club. Finally, to kick it off, Dubin, who had a background that included not only marketing and advertising, but also experience with improvisational comedy, he made a video that was put on the internet via YouTube. He delivered a communication value flow. Here it is.
Hi, I'm Mike, founder of DollarShaveClub.com. What is DollarShaveClub.com? Well, for $1 a month, we send high-quality razors right to your door. Yeah, $1. Are the blades any good? No. Our blades are f***ing great. Each razor has stainless steel blades, an aloe vera lubricating strip, and a pivot head. It's so gentle a toddler could use it. And do you like spending $20 a month on brand name razors? 19 go to Roger Federer. I'm good at tennis.
And do you think your razor needs a vibrating handle, a flashlight, a back scratcher, and 10 blades? Your handsome-ass grandfather had 1 blade and polio. Looking good, Pop-Up! Stop paying for shave tech you don't need. And stop forgetting to buy your blades every month. Alejandro and I are going to ship them right to you. We're not just selling razors, we're also making new jobs. Alejandro, what were you doing last month?
Not working.
What are you doing now?
Working.
I'm no Vanderbilt, but this train makes hay. So stop forgetting to buy your blades every month and start deciding where you're going to stack all those dollar bills I'm saving you. We are DollarShaveClub.com, and the party is on.
I know karate, I know jiu-jitsu, I drive like a gangster when I'm coming to see you, see you.
As it happened, that video went viral and rapidly generated thousands of inquiries and initial sales. So now I have a question for you. If you were an investor, seeing this disruptive business model on a value map, would you have invested in this startup? Well, if you had, you would have made a good decision. The company grew rapidly, had to raise several rounds of financing to do that, and eventually achieved a market share of almost 20%. It also exited in 2016 with its sale to Unilever for $1 billion. Yes, it was one of the rare startup super successes, a fabled unicorn. Hell of a story, huh? So while I don't promise you such a super success, I hope you saw how the value map showed how that business model worked. And I suggest that to improve your odds, build a value map for your startup. Part 2 of this video nest will help you do that. But before you go to it, if you haven't already done it yet, you might find it helpful to review our video nests number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 that preceded this one, to get a little more familiar with the value map concepts and mechanics.